Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Oakamber and welcome to Starmade. It's been a bit of time since I've actually played this on camera, and I'll just say this game has gotten better than ever before. I'm trying to remember all the controls for my ship here. I have an immensely large ship. I've been working on this ship in particular since just after the Independence Day 2 movie came out, which was rather enjoyable, but I've been working on it. We can unexplored. Let's go here. And I would like to admin work. Okay. You gotta be careful when warping to a system because sometimes it puts you in very stupid places. What is that? Like a red nebula? Ooh, that's cool. This ship is... I mean, it's moving as fast as a ship can possibly move, but it is relatively slow, comparable to a smaller ship, which has more of an ability to move out of anything in its path. Maneuverability is not something that the ship has, but it's incredibly powerful. I like to build massive ships, and this ship isn't even done yet. I am not finished with it. I should probably show you guys a tour of this, considering I'm just aimlessly moving around. So we are going to slow down. Because of its size, it tends to stay in motion, and I mean, nothing can really stop it. I am well protected inside of this vehicle. And it's not even finished. I want it to be finished, but that's gonna take a bit. Okay, so this is the Central Command. It was designed as a one-man ship, or at least to control, but I have since added crew quarters since of its size. Originally, I actually built it backwards. This was supposed to look out this way, and I screwed up, so I decided to leave the window, because I worked so hard on the window. I decided to leave the window and create this courtyard area, so you can see out in the majesty of space. It's very beautiful out there. We have some extra areas back there with glass. This is actually crystal, not glass, so it's really durable. If the shields go down, for whatever reason, the ship is not going down. Typically, I don't like to put my cockpits anywhere near a window or anything. In fact, I like to create room by room by room by room by room of layered defenses to keep people from, well, shooting my ship. So, yeah, I mean, but I am confident in the shields in this thing. There's no way that anyone's going to be able to take it out. This is the front camera, and this is where you view when you're flying the damn thing. Albeit if you had more than one person flying this, you could have somebody being a spotter, but that's just stupid. You kinda need the captain, the wheelman, to be able to see where he's going. This is a door that goes outside, so that if I'm stranded, I can... Or if I just want to get back in the ship quick, I have a front entrance here. Of course, quick is a matter of opinion, considering how large this is. And over here we have two of these little tunnels that lead down to the lower decks, where all the machinery and the crew quarters are. I could wall that up, but I kind of like it. And the hangar access, crew quarters, it's the same on both sides, so it's not too shabby. I believe this is the warp drive computer. Yes, the jump drive computer, same thing. I gave it its own special room, because if somebody's firing at you, I kind of want to keep If somebody has the power to take this thing on, I don't want them shooting my jump drive out. They're gonna have to guess where it is. Oop. Oop. I'm stuck. Oh, not good. Oh, I hate to do that. I can't move. Oh, that was weird. Okay. That was very odd. I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay. That was awful. I don't know what caused that, but I've never had that issue before. See, I can walk on these. Probably shouldn't tempt fate, though. This is just a nice little artsy area here. It serves no purpose. You can see in the guts in the ship here, and I want you to be able to. In fact, there's an area that's kind of open, and I'm either going to put grating or something to allow you to see more of the ship. This is the crew quarters, and they're... Yeah, here's the sign. Hangar and ventilation and crew quarters. But lets you know where you're going. And this is the crew quarters, and it is mirrored on each half, so I will not be showing you the other half because it's exactly the same. This is my attempt at a bed. Yeah, so there's 2 of these crew quarters on each side of the ship. I will probably add another 2, or at least one large one in the back somewhere, eventually. At least so we have a lot of room for them to stretch their legs, you know, and just relax. Those are fake vents there that make it look like there's more to the ventilation shafts. I really should add like a vent axis kind of thing, like an actual kind of system that runs through. But so far we have the guts of the ship that we can look at, which is cool. This is a control panel, which does nothing, but again, it looks cool. Yeah. A lot of neat stuff. This is the maintenance hatch, which opens up the innards of the ship. And there's an upper maintenance hatch up there. I'll show you that in a moment. We have this tunnel. Of course, when the ship is done, you will not be able to see stars from out here. That's just because, hey, there's no bottom to the ship yet. Yeah, I'm making a massive ship. This is the hangar. And it is large. It is large. Before we go there, though, we're going to take a look. Let's see, docking bay hangar. It's just a nice little observation window. There's 2 on each side. 2 of these rooms exactly the same that look at the courtyard over here. That's where we came from, that little room there. And yeah, this is just the top of the ship. This is the top half of the ship. Most of what you see is structural defense mechanisms. There's mostly just armor and bits and bobs to keep the ship running. It's not a ship that has a lot of interior. I'm still building the interior. For instance, I don't have the docking procedure blocks yet installed here. I do have 1 turret up, but outside of that, there's nothing to... Whoa, I'm getting some weird frame skips there. Oh, that's fun. I'm not supposed to be down here. Oh, this is bad. Okay, the last time I played this, you couldn't walk through that, so... That was new. That was new, and I didn't think that could happen, so I'm probably gonna have to wall that off. So here, does that mean I can... No, that's weird. Whatever. It's just a nice little artsy window. So both sides of the ship's docking bay are identical again. And it's a large docking bay. So I'm thinking about putting much larger vehicles outwards there, and much smaller vehicles inwards here. I would say I could fit 2 fighters on each side. 2 more. Probably have a large cargo ship or 2. inside the docking bay. It's a fairly large hangar. So, I mean, this is our little guy here. You can really see... I haven't finished the wall, obviously, but you can really see the level of... the amount of room that you have. And that little observation area up there is the upper maintenance hatch. And I should probably show how that connects. I really wanted to connect like another tier within this room. So both sides do have a way of getting up there. Why am I making this video? Because I love these kinds of games. And Starmade has been around for a few years now, and it is increasing in how much you can do, how much you can build. They just recently upgraded all the graphics and everything like that, so shadows are a lot nicer looking. The general graphics, the general feel of it is fantastic. It's also running at a very solid, let's say 70 or 80 frames, or more. Actually, it's hard to tell. It keeps jumping and jumping and jumping. It's running quite nicely. And this is, yeah, that if I jump down there, I'm going out the ship. I don't want to do that. And I'm actually under attack right now. You really can't tell, but there's a small group of fighters that have been... Oh, no, I'm not under attack anymore. They're probably on their way to find me, but I've been hunted by these little tiny fighters, and they can't do much. They really can't. So we have two ways to go through. We have this area here, which I'm going to open up probably into something else. This section over here, let's get some crystal glass to see who's coming through, is an airlock. For now, it's an airlock. It won't be an airlock forever. Goes out to here. And yeah, this is the upper area, so you can look down, and I don't know where this is going to connect to eventually, but I will figure it out. Those doors do open. There's two double doors on each side, and they serve the purpose of, well, keeping enemy craft out of the ship. I am going to do an open hangar, kind of like you'd see in Star Wars at some point, but that'll be a different part of the ship. Probably in the back or the front area. There's actually... Yeah, there's a little miniature hangar. You can just about see it. There's nothing connecting me over there yet, but that kind of looks like a nice area to do that. So this is the docking bay doors, and they are immensely large. And I'm gonna have to... I didn't see this before. I'm gonna have to wall that off. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why that's like that, but... I must have missed it when I was building it. I like the look of these white lights in here. Most of the ship is purple, but I like the white lights. There's also this little artsy thing I did. It's like a crystal. It's really shit though, because it's blocks, but it's a blocky game. What I love about this game is that you and your friends can build your ships and keep building them and keep building them and build your empire. You can colonize planets. You can do so much, and you know, it's mostly about the building mechanics. But I think the developers should consider adding more alien species, because there's like only one alien that I've ever encountered, and that's pretty recent in a recent update. It's like a spider-like thing. They usually infest derelict ships or space stations or planets. I think they should add more aliens to the game, and also try to add more types of worlds. Because, I mean, the ship mechanics are fine. I mean, about the only thing I could ask for is mounted turrets for, like, hull defense. That's something that Space Engineers has over this game, is that you can build... Oh, I used the wrong kind of block. No, I did a different... Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. Space Engineers has defense turrets that you can place down. This game does not. That is definitely something I would like to see. And there's a lot they could do with this, still. It's a great game. And you can try this out for free on the Starmade website. I believe it's still free on the Starmade website. But if you want the version that you're seeing here, you will have to pay for it. I was lucky enough to have an awesome friend, or Child V1, who bought me this because he found out I liked it. And it's definitely a game... There we go, that's fixed. My OCD is relieved slightly. It's definitely a game that you can spend an egregious amount of time in. You know what, I'm gonna show you guys what this thing looks like. Okay, so let's get a good look at it. I was trying to rotate the camera, but it's proving to be hard. That's the #1 defense gun. And I don't think the guns are going to be identical, but they're going to have a similar theme to them, obviously, matching the ship. The guns are going to have different bonuses. Like, this one's really fast firing. At least it should be. Oh, it looks so cool. Oh, these shadows are amazing. I love it. Game wasn't like this the last time I played it. And I've been working on this for almost a year now. It's coming around to a year since that film came out, so I was so inspired to make a spaceship. I was just like, oh man, aliens and people and all this shit. So this is the front of the ship, and it's just a wall of beef. Like, you're not gonna get through that anytime soon, let alone the shield generators. This is the wall that contains the actual hangar, and I am going to add myself let's block that off because I don't like it. We're actually drifting right now, but it's fine because I'm inside the ship, so nothing bad could possibly happen. Just to show you how thick that is, that's like a really thick hangar door. So if someone did take down my shields, not likely. It's going to take them a long time to get through there. Got some nice little artsy lights. I like adding those. The back is a little bit unfinished. I put a bit of work into it. I wanted to put a lot of these lights so people don't just mistake it for a space station if it's not moving. I say that like I'm on a PvP server. I'm not even on a server. I'm on my own local play. But that's the beautiful thing about this. You can actually port your ships over. I mean, you have to get the resources to port them over, but if I had a private server with some friends or whatever, and I wanted to show off my ship, well, I could very easily do that. Very easily do that. I used to play on... Why is this lighter color? Is this just... Am I using the wrong block? Can't be. Oh yeah, I was. No, doesn't matter. Adds character. I used to play on a public server, and I built a ship that devoured worlds, and that's kind of what I wanted to go with here. I would say this is more combat-oriented than the other one, but yeah, it's definitely coming along. Yeah, so there's a lot I have left to do. This is not finished. This is the shield generator unit. It is massive. Not as large as it could be. In fact, I think my last World Destroyer had a larger shield generator. This definitely has more energy. By far, it has more energy. I always branch out my energy as well. This is the warp drive. Big solid thing. I don't know if the warp drive size matters, but in case it does. And where does this lead up to? Nowhere. Okay. I know the warp core is somewhere over there. But the size of the ship definitely makes it a lot more formidable, and only a large or equally powerful ship, or a ship with a lot of weapons, is going to be able to take it out. But on top of that, I twist and I turn all my energy things so that if it gets breached, there's not one area they can focus and destroy it. I built smart. And the NPCs are pretty hostile in this game. So you have to build smart. If you don't build smart, you're doomed. Yeah, this is that other area that might become a smaller hangar for very small craft. And I'm talking about really small craft because we got 1, 2, 3 block clearance. So they're going to be flat, probably like fighters or something. I'm going to leave that open too. The chances of something else trying to, fly in there is really low. So enough ado. Let's fire some of the weapons here. I would like to find something to blow up though. Okay, we're gonna use the jump drive, and I'm gonna try and make my way over to this frost planet. So you have to press and hold it, and the larger your jump drive, the well, the longer it's gonna take. But I think if it's a large jump drive, it, like most blocks in the game, if it's that large, it will actually do its job more effectively. We might overshoot that planet. I hope we don't. Yeah, and I hope the game doesn't crash either, because there's a bug that's been reoccurring where when you load in a planet, there's about a 15% chance it'll just die. Which sucks, because this is a great game. And right click. Boom! The entire ship glows when you do that too. It's really cool. Whoa! Okay. How close are we to that planet? We're pretty close. Okay, apparently it took us closer to this one. The other planet is to our... It's just behind us, but it's a good distance. Well, is it a good distance? It's dark here. There's no nebula. You know what? It's going to take forever to turn, so we're just going to move forward. Theoretically, if I put a lot of thrusters on the back of the ship, well, not even the back, it doesn't matter where you put the thrusters as long as they're in a straight line, but if I put a lot of thrusters on this thing, like a lot, I would move a lot faster forwards and side to side and maneuverability. And I would like to find that nice balance. It's just the larger your ship gets, the harder it is to find a balance. You'll see the energy hit I'm going to take. My energy is that blue bar over there to the right that keeps flashing 99 to 100. I'm using 1% power right now. 1% power just to move forward at full speed. Wait till you see what the weapon system does. I've given it a lot of energy, but I recently added a new missile system, which may suck a lot of power from it. Now, the reason power is important, not just to keep your ship running, to literally keep your weapon systems and your lights and your frickin' your shields, your shield generators, and the shield recharger all working. See, your shields charge passively, just like your power generation. They'll charge passively if you have a recharger. But if you don't have the energy and you've already taken hits to your shield, it can't recharge. It needs energy to recharge. And shield recharge takes a lot of power, just like missiles. Missiles are what I have. Okay, so we're approaching the planet's atmosphere. We're getting close enough to see the atmosphere, so I should definitely slow down, because I don't know what'll happen if I collide with it. We might be large enough to skirt off the planet, but if your ship is not larger than the planet, you will have a bad time, okay? Okay, so we are locked on the planet with our missiles. They took out locking missiles, and they incorporated them as part of a weapon fusion system, which was confusing to learn at first. But, and I got a server message saying under a heavy load. That's actually a false thing. That's been in the game for a while. It's not under a heavy load. It does that every time you load in a planet. It's weird. But I've been to like 10, 15 planets in a row and had no issue. We might be able to see an impact from here. Let's fire the missiles. And that was half my power to fire that off. But I can now not attack and regenerate it all slowly. That's still a good distance away. Oh, it's an impact. Of course it's an impact. My other ship was larger round, so it actually was mistaken many times for a planet. but they've made planets since then so large. This is an ice planet, that's right. Been pretty cool. So we have hit the planet. The question is, how big of an impact? I shot in the same area, which was... The impact will be a little bit smaller looking. Yeah, we're seeing it right there, but I think it went all the way down to the planet core. There is an alternative attack. I should stop using my thrusters to gain more energy. Wow, my energy is really slow. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is basically used to decimate planetary bases or space stations. I think we could fire the missiles off again. Boom! That's a straight shot. That is the right mouse button. The right mouse button... Wow, that's a big crater. The right mouse button will basically fire all your weapons exactly where they're aligned. So if you literally have a zigzag pattern of lasers, you will have a zigzag rain come down and just destroy anything. So we're going to use build mode here to get a little bit closer to take a look. So that's our ship. That's actually quite beautiful from a distance. Frightening to behold. Holy damn. Oh my god, it's still crumbling. They nerfed how missiles work in the game, but that's pretty impressive for the nerf. What they did was missiles used to do like 1-for-1 damage, so the explosion would just nuke blocks in a large radius, then they drop down the radius, then they drop down the damage total. So in order to get an impact like that, you have to have a significantly large cannon system, and I do have a significantly large cannon system, albeit not as large as my last one, so theoretically if I were to be able to find, which I don't know where the files went. What is this? Oh, this is the... yeah. Hey, crew quarters. If I had my old ship, and I could find it somewhere, I would think, more damage, but then again, it's been a while. Okay, so we're gonna fire our lasers off just to show you guys what they can do. I believe mine have piercing on them. And that's a very small impact, but it did a tremendous amount of damage. And this is what they look like when I unleash their fury. That's cool. You know, unintended result, it kind of looks like an Independence Day Martian ship. So we're going to take a look at how deep that was. I'm actually curious. How deep are you? Grr, it's an angry face. Okay, fair deepness. Deepness, yeah, that's a word. Oh my god, never mind. Oh my god. That goes all, oh my god. That practically goes all the way down to the Earth's core. Holy shit. So this gives us a good idea of how bad we've screwed things over. These lasers don't... Yeah, when you spread them out, they're less powerful, it seems. Supposedly they're more powerful. But, yeah, those two gashes there are caused by our lasers. It's ridiculous. So we're going to fly back to our ship here. And this is the Salvager. The Salvager, I'm about to use it here in a moment. The Salvager basically lets us... We're not close enough. They nerfed the Salvager. You can't cast it consistently anymore, which is rather upsetting. I can't even see the lasers for some reason, but it's gathering shit. So Salvager lets us remove blocks and mine them. What I used to do is I used to conquer the galaxy by devouring planets, destroying them and devouring them. Oh, there's those lasers. Yeah, there we go. That's when I unhinged them. It looks pretty cool, but it doesn't do any damage to ships. There is a beam weapon, but it's less powerful than your missiles. And your lasers, of course. We're gonna fire our missiles off again. Boom! Singular shot. It's still doing damage. damn. And that's, yeah, that's the new crater there. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So your character is 1 block large. If your character is 1 block large, look at the size of this. I mean, that would destroy... And it does a lot of damage, too. It's not just about the radius, it's about the damage it deals. So, if you're not in a well-protected place with enough shields, you're done. 1 shot from the missiles, dead on, will obliterate any base or any ship that the NPCs have control of. NPC armies cannot... That's devastating. That's half the planet right there. Holy damn. I just added more missiles too, so that's a lot of damage. Yeah, so this is Starmade, and I would like to do a series on it, but honestly, it's such a long and tedious grind to start out fresh. I would definitely be doing a Let's Build series. That's if enough people are interested. If they're not, I can understand completely. I'm going to get a little bit further from this planet, because planets, again, are pretty buggy right now. Like I said, there's a 15% chance it will crash your game. It won't crash the server if you're running like a server, but... I mean, they may have fixed that. They did just update it twice since the last time I played, so... There's a chance that it will all be fine. I still don't want to give it that satisfaction, so we're gonna get a good distance away here. And, the fuck was that? Hi. What are you? Oh, that's the, docking blocks, which are now actually fucking worthless. I think they are, at least. They said something about docking blocks get put into... They got demoted, basically. It's like, hey, we don't like you anymore. So yeah, this is Starmade. If you were thinking about picking this game up and you weren't sure, I can tell you you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Honestly, friends do make it better though. It's kind of like Ark. You really should have friends playing with you, but you can manage by yourself. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if I had more people helping me, this ship would be a lot larger. Let me tell you, I would have a world. I want to make the Earth as a ship. And there's nothing stopping you. You can. So if you're into creative games, if you're into Minecraft, things like that, you would like this game. Anyways, I will see you all in another video. Bye.